Hey, how are y'all? I don't trust how Facebook does me, so I'm using the first few minutes with a smile because the last video I did, I'm trying to figure out what my comments are. So sometimes when you do a live video, it'll just pick a random, you could be like, or have a really ugly face, and then it chooses that clip to be like your front picture. So when you're scrolling and someone sees your video after the live's over, like when you catch the replay, I'll have like this ugly picture. So I was trying, usually it's like the first minute or so of the video, it'll grasp one of those photos. So I'm literally not trying to make this a extravagant look or anything. Just I'm gonna stay simple, something that's easy for anybody. Anybody could do this look. So I'm just gonna use two shadows. I'm gonna use the VFX foundation because it's my favorite. We're gonna go eat for Braden's birthday. Braden he turned 15 today. He's not my son, but he's my son's best friend. And I don't know, some of y'all know who he is and some of you may not. But I post a lot. Thank you, Carol. I'll let him know. Or he'll see this. He's here at my house. So he's not my son, but he's my friend. He's my son's best friend, and he's been a part of the family for a while now because he's with us all the time, and we've kind of took him in as one of us because he just fits right in. He gives us no trouble, and he's a really, really good kid. So yeah, let's just jump on in. I am going to prime today with the VFX Pro. This is going to fill in your pores, prevent your makeup from seeping into your lines, and it'll help a longer wear. It's going to create a smooth surface. So I'm just priming. I don't use but a very small, like a pea size amount, and I mainly focus it in on the center of the face, and especially around my nose, anywhere that I'm going to be oily, or most of the time this is the area that your makeup will end up rubbing off, so the primer helps prevent that from happening. It's like $10 or something full retail price for this, and I love it. It compares to Smashbox, but it's so much better for your skin and way more affordable because Smashbox is like $42 or something like that, or $38. So this is like way better. Normally I would jump in first to do my eyebrows, but I'm just gonna make it more simple. I'm using VFX foundation. I'm gonna mix 1 and 2. Hey Lexi. I'm just gonna kind of mix 1 and 2, and I'm gonna add a little bit of this blue pigment, just a drop, because that helps to kind of neutralize it and take out any yellow whatever. So I'm just gonna kind of mix it in the back of my hand and just go straight in with foundation. See, it's still got a little bit of a yellow tint. It's that 02 on me, so I'm not quite that dark. We'll add a little more 01 and drop more of that blue pigment. Mix it up. These are on sale right now, I believe. The blue pigment. It's LA Girl. If it's still part of the Black Friday, they were on sale for like $4.99. Christmas movie. Oh my god. I'm sure that movie is probably a lot more entertaining than I am. So my normal routine, honestly, I I always do my eyebrows first. But I like to switch it up. I know everybody does their makeup different. This is a quicker way to just go ahead and do your base. I'm not going to be doing a dramatic eye look, so I'm not worried about fallout, because normally I would do my eyeshadow first too. And making sure that it's just blended everywhere. I love using sponges better than brushes. Brushes do give a little more coverage, but I feel like with a brush most of the time you see like the streaks, and I feel like I just can't get it as blended, and this kind of does soak up a little bit of the product. So been watching Christmas movies and sleeping since I got out of the ER yesterday, COVID free, and still running my immune system. Wow. I remember when you said you had it. I ended up with it a couple months ago, and it was basically like the flu for me, but it took a long time to get to feel back to like normal and to have my energy again. But the worst part to me was not being able to taste or smell. That was like awful. Needed a break from the Christmas movies. I watched Christmas Chronicles 2 the other day, and I liked that. So the coverage is super awesome. It's not like so full that it looks cakey. Kidneys, oh, that's okay. Thanks for letting me know that. My mom actually has it now, bless her heart, and she's having problem with her respiratory and stuff. That part, I didn't have any of that. But the coverage I love because it still looks natural like my skin, but it really just, oh my god, I can't explain the flawlessness of the finish of it, how it's just like a perfect satiny smooth finish. It's not like super matte, it's not dewy, it's just absolutely fantastic. So let's do some concealer. I'm running really low. I'm about to mix 03 and 04 because I'm getting low on the 03. 03 is a light ivory. It's the lightest shade. And it's really going to brighten the under eye. But this 04 has a little more yellow undertone, and it helps brighten too, but it's not light enough. Like I love a real light under eye. Hey Heather. Who is it?
Can I come in?
No, I'm doing a live. What do you want? They don't listen to me. I'm like, hey, I'm getting ready to go live, so y'all don't come in here and bother me. But you see how that goes. Already had 2 now that's tried to get in. Life of being a mother. So, okay, we're blending out our liquid concealer. This is not a super full coverage concealer. Now, if you're comparing it to like Tarte Shape Tape, which is like everybody's favorite, it's not going to be that full of coverage. But why I like it, and it might not be for everybody, but why I like it is just because it's such a thin consistency. I don't have like huge dark circles under my eyes to cover up. So if you're trying to cover up, hey Tabitha, you're trying to cover up dark circles, then you need a color corrector. So like a peachy to an orangey top color tone. And you would apply that before your foundation. And then your concealer would be to just brighten up and to cover a little more. So it doesn't really fully cover, but that's okay for me. And what I like about it is it doesn't get dry and cakey under my eyes. It won't crease. And it just looks so good. I don't know how to explain it. Even throughout the day, it stays really well. And y'all ladies know what I'm talking about with it creasing, and it makes you look like crepey under there and like dry. So for aging skin, like, that's super awesome. This whole time I've been using basically the phone and the mirror in front of me and not this little mirror. I do have the circles, and I just use the orange stick concealer, then the concealer, and works great for me. Yep, I know. There's a stick concealer too, so they're like this, and they have like an orangey one that you could use. And then these also have, I have a color corrector right here too, so it looks like orangey as compared to, so this is a color corrector shade, and then this is the highlighter, so you can see the difference there. And you could use both. The creams are probably a little more coverage, and they glide on like butter. Okay, so there's my foundation. I use VFX, and we use our liquid concealer. Now let's do some transparent powder, y'all. This is some good stuff. I've started using the dark circle contour, and I love it. Yeah, I've seen a few people do that. Dark circles. Did you catch that, Tabitha, for the color corrector? So this, and they also have it in these, but just you would have to get one that's, I can't remember the shade what you would need, but there's a couple. Then you would do your foundation and then your concealer over that. So transparent powder is what we're going to do now to set the concealer and to help brighten a little, even a little more. This is going to be really good for oily skin because it sets so well. I am about down to pan in this. You're welcome. So it is white. It is okay to use all over your whole face. There shouldn't be any flashback. But I don't like to use it on my whole face because I love this other powder. I'll show you. I'm about to use it. I like this because everywhere that I just place the concealer for brightening, this is what I'm setting with it. This is a dry sponge, y'all. It's like Real Techniques brand from Walmart or Target. And it's going to help with the oiliness. So if you get oily around your nose, and it just smooths out the wrinkles and stuff. Now, I don't really bake. I don't leave it sitting there very long, so I'm going to go ahead and just like dust it off. And then I'll go over the rest of my face with my face perfecting powder. This is like a filter. It's called Face Perfecting Pressed Powder. It's in the shade number 2. I believe it's like a light, it doesn't say. Can't remember. It's more of a warmer tone, I believe. I can't remember what it's called. But the shade is number 2. But this stuff is the best powder ever. First of all, it smells like a little baby to me. Or it's like a vanilla / baby powder kind of scent. I'm gonna put this down a little bit. If the comments are in my face, you could just swap over and they'll go away. If y'all like to watch my videos and you want to get notified, if you just like click on my face, something will pop up and it'll ask you, there's a little bell. I believe if you tap that, you'll get notified when I go live. It'll be like in your notifications. So this is going to give me a little more coverage. It's going to, it really just like filters my skin and makes it look really smooth and flawless. Just really don't know what else to say about it, but what it's called is perfect for, the name for it is perfect because it is a perfect face powder. So there's that. It's driving me nuts not to be able to do my eyebrows yet. I'm going to wait until, let's go ahead and do some bronzer. And I forgot my bronzer is under here. I'm trying not to knock the camera over. No. Definitely blurring. Yeah, it blurs the skin. That was another word I was trying to dish out. This is one of my favorite bronzers I've ever used. I used to be all about some Physicians Formula And what's another one I used to like? The Benefits Hoola bronzer. This is way better in my opinion, and it's a huge compact. It's called Sun Kiss Bronzer. It really looks similar to one I've seen in the drugstore. Is it L'Oreal maybe? I can't remember. But it's not the same formula whatsoever. It smells good too. And it gives like this perfect bronze to the skin. It's a really pretty matte. I use a lighter perfect powder to highlight as well. Yeah, I do the same thing. I have the shade 01, which is the lightest powder. That's awesome. Sometimes I don't use that transparent, and I'll use this. And then I'll use like either 02 or 03 for the rest of the face. So you see like one's lighter and one's darker. And I'll use this to highlight and this for the rest of the face. That's an awesome idea because I do that too. I do all kinds of different stuff. So this bronzer is... So it's buildable. So you see I put some on already, but it's so light, it's awesome for very fair skin tones. And then if you have a little darker skin tone, you can just build it up. So a lot of bronzers are so highly pigmented, as soon as you put them on your face, you're like, oh crap, that's way too much. Blushes do the same thing. But I love this because it's just like the perfect, thank you girl. I've got two. I got like a gold, and then I got this. I got this for like $1.89 or something. They were out on the clearance rack at Joann's. That's where I always go to get my backdrops, and I just look in like the clearance part and get really cheap pieces of fabric. I got a Christmas one, but I'm going to use it for another, maybe a Christmas look. But, what was I saying? Oh, so the bronzer, it's beautiful. It's not too orange. It's not too cool. So I don't recommend it really for like contouring, but I do look kind of sculpted if you would just want to leave it at that. But I'm extra, so I'm going to bronze with this, and then I'm going to contour with something else. Contour is more cooler tones, and then bronzers are more warmer. So this is just like a really perfect bronze color. So, and you can add more if you want, or you can just do it until you are satisfied. I'm going along the jawline, this neck part, to just kind of to cover up that extra meat there. I don't want to be seen. So excited for your Christmas looks. Yeah, I know, right? People keep tagging me in the same post of these Christmas looks, so I'm gonna have to at least try one or two. I have a really cool idea too for like a special effects special effects Christmas gory kind of thing. So there we are. Now we're bronzed, and let's do a little bit of contour. Oh, face sculpting palette. So let's look at this. It is like a little contour palette. So you have your highlighter color, a bronzer, and then a contour. So I don't know what brush I want to use. I think I'm going to use this one. I love this brush, y'all, for contour. It is a little e.l.f. brush that I got at Target like last year probably. And it is, you see how it's like, it's dense, but it has these little twigs sticking out of it. I don't know why, but this thing performs so well. And I love the shape of it. Is perfect for me for a nice contour. So I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to dip into this bronzer shade here, which is like what I use to contour. And I'm just going to place it kind of right in here. And then blend it in kind of like little circles up. So you see how it just gave it a little bit more of a a shadow effect. It like sculpted me a little bit more than just having bronzer there. And it's got a little darker of a cooler tone than the bronzer did. I like to emphasize this bone that sticks out right here. And everybody has a different face shape, so you might do it a little different than me. But this is pretty much the basic areas of where you would contour. So I just kind of dab it in and then blend it out. And see how it shrunk my forehead as well, so we're real highlighted right here. You can contour the nose. And then we'll do a little bit right under here. Just because, and I pinch my brush sometimes. It gives it an illusion that there's a shadow there, and it makes your lip appear like poutier, bigger. Ah. Now, let's do some blush. Blush. Let's see. We'll do Rose Jam. This is a really pretty blush. So this is just a single blush. It's kind of a mauve pink, I guess. It's matte, but it has a little bit of a glow to it, but nothing crazy. And I'm just gonna use this brush to do. If you've ever done Ipsy, you more than likely have got this brush in your bag. And hey Candace, thank you. Don't need a lot of product, and then I just tap it off. And I like to focus my blush on the apples of my cheeks. So when you smile, you see these little balls. That's where I like to place my blush. And I just kind of dab it on, and then I will dust it back into that bronzer a little bit. Now, if you don't want to emphasize your cheeks and you already have pretty full cheeks and you don't want to bring more attention there, you can keep your blush higher. But I don't mind that extra full look of the cheek there. So, just placing it on there and then dusting it back. I like to be able to tell that I have bronzer and blush, and it's not, I don't want it to all be mixed together because I love the color of the bronzer, that I don't want to ruin it by putting so much blush on. So just something simple as that to give me some color, make me look like I have some blood flowing through my body. And we will go ahead and do the eyebrows. So super simple. I'm just going to run this brow pencil through my eyebrows. First, let's comb out these hairs. It will also get any product out of it if you've got foundation or anything in there. So just brush them up. And then now we're going to fill in with this pencil. It is shade number 2. It's basically like you do have to like manually sharpen these. But what I love about these a lot, at first I was like, oh, I don't know about that because I'm so used to my pomade. The Anastasia Beverly Hills was my go-to, and I love the Benefits Precisely My Brow, and it's a retractable. So this is the first time, well, when I signed up for pharmacy, it's the first time I ever really used a pencil like this. The formula is so crazy. You don't need to put a lot of pressure, and I'm not going to like line out the bottom, line out the top, and all that. I just kind of fill in like I'm coloring, and it's got like a pomade formula to it. Like it's waxy, it'll stick to your brows really good. It's it is hard to get that tail really sharp, but I have found ways to work it. So I'm just gonna see how just simple. Now it's gonna lay them down and make them look matted. But I just take my little spoolie on my brush. Don't put a lot of product towards the front. And you just brush them through. I'm digging more of a natural brow instead of something so filled in and carved out. I'm getting into more of like a natural brow. So that right there is just simple. It looks like actual real hair, which it is. It's just that I've enhanced it some and added some to it. But before I was into like these really like filled in and carved out with concealer, and I will carve out on the bottom usually when I do my brows first. But today we're gonna skip that part. So you make sure they're lined up from your tip of your nose to here to here. You don't want them too far apart. Your brows are important with making your face look symmetrical. And if you got them too spaced out, it could actually throw off your symmetry, or whatever the word is, and make you look as though your nose is too wide or your eyes are far apart. So you want to make sure they're lined up correctly, and they're not going to be 100% even. They're made to be sisters, not twins. Y'all know that. So yeah, it needs to be sharpened. That's the only thing that I hate about this thing, is having to sharpen it, and it doesn't sharpen well. It doesn't. Maybe they'll come out with a retractable one that I might like better. But I love how quick and simple. I used to spend 20 minutes or longer on just my eyebrows. I'm not even kidding. Okay, and then just to make sure they're nice and they stay in place, I use this clear brow gel. It's called Brow Design, and they have it in shades, but this is clear, and it'll also keep my eyebrows kind of sticking up. If you've ever heard of people using soap to do this, to get their eyebrows to look like this, I haven't tried that yet. Huh?
So that's good.
What does?
Backdrop thing.
Oh. Thanks. Say hey to Bradley.
Hey, two people.
Oh, I had quite a bit, but I think they're kind of coming and going. I don't blame them. I get bored sometimes watching eyebrows. Well, no. I never get bored watching myself.
I love you.
So, we're just going to leave that. Hey, Katie. Okay, I'm not going to do anything else to the brows. We need to go ahead and do some eyeshadow. So, let's jump on into that. We're going to use two shades. We're using Warm Taupe. And we're going to use this Vanilla Diamond. It's like Warm Taupe. We're going to take just a fluffy blending brush. And we're just going to place it, kind of dab it in. And we're going to blend it out with a light hand. Kind of like a windshield wiper / little circles. And keep it above the crease. Just kind of contouring the eye a little bit, I guess. So we're not bringing it like all the way to here. We're kind of keeping it from here over. And it's okay if you get a little messy with it. And then I'm gonna dab some on the outer edge. So kind of like a V. Like that is the mindset, I guess, of where we want to place it. But nothing real precise. It's just nice and blended, no harsh edges, and we'll come back to it in just a second. So just dab it in and then blend it out, keeping it up. You don't want to blend down and then cause it to drag down a little too far, then your eye's going to look droopy. The idea of to think of gravity is pulling us down, so we want to keep everything lifted up. So when I'm blending in a circle like this, like up. Real lightly handed. I'm not pressing down. I'm not real heavy handed. Katie, he's gone. I'll tell him you said hey. So I love this tone of this brown. It's like, it's a really pretty warm taupe, just like it's called. Now, simple on the lid, this vanilla diamond. It's like a white, champagne-y, glittery kind of color. And I'm just going to take my ring finger and pick up some product and just put it right there on the actual lid. And then I'm going to bring it up just a little bit above the crease right there. And go ahead and do the other side. And then I will touch up. Same brush, just going to kind of blend it out, get those harsh edges. I might even pick up a little more brown, just to make sure we didn't lose that outer edge there. So it's just real pretty and simple and quick. And then if you even want to make sure that outer edges are blended out even more, I'll take like another brush that actually had concealer on it. Just go along the outside there. And then that's it. So then we can just put on our eyeliner. The black ink liner. This is so good. I've had this for 6 months and it's still not dried out. And it dries fast, like when you're applying it, so it doesn't run. So I'm trying to get to where y'all can see. So we're just going to make a line straight across. And then we're going to do the wing. So I just kind of follow that lower lash line and keep going. And then we'll connect this. And just kind of make a line across, fill it in. Just a real quick, simple wing like that. The other side. I might still have eyelash glue on there from yesterday. So, simple line all the way across. These are so easy to work with. And then, same thing on the side. For some reason, I feel like I need to lift this eye up. Trying to get these even are all... It's always so hard. And if you don't like wings, you can just do a line across. And we're not 100% even. But that's alright. That's okay. We're going to leave it like it is. We're going to curl my lashes real fast. With this eyelash curler, which is like, maybe, I think it was like $3 or $4. Just kind of pump it. And we'll go ahead and put on some lash mascara. Primer. Eyelash primer. And I use this CoverGirl one. It's called CoverGirl Lash Blast. It's like that. I've had it for a while. It's probably getting close to being dried out. But I like it. I like using lash primers before I put on mascara. But I don't always use it. But we are today. So while our lash primer is kind of just chilling, we'll go ahead and finish up the rest of the face. Let's see. We need to do... I think we need to do a little bit of highlighter. So I'm going to use this little highlighter palette. It's got 3 shades. They're gorgeous. They really swatch really well. I'm going to show you real quick. So they like, look, boom, boom, boom. So you got like a goldy tone, a champagne tone, and then almost like a whitish pink. So it's good for like all skin types. You can mix them up. And the lighting. I swatched these outside in the sun one day and it was like, whoa, they're blinding. See, this is like $20 for this highlighter palette. You can see it. It's not wanting to focus very well. But I love the highlighters. I like the highlighter probably in this peach palette better. I love this shade. And this has got a bronzer highlight and a blush. And this is also like $21.90 or something like that. I'm bad for remembering prices. And so I'm just going to mix in. I'm going to dip into this middle one. I don't want a whole lot. I'm just going to kind of barely put it on there. I don't want it to be too intense. I go down the bridge of the nose just a little bit, down the Cupid's bow. Ooh, see, I picked up too much. You can see it glowing. I'm trying not to over highlight. I've been trying to be more on a natural highlight instead of something so just too much highlighter. I don't know, I'm getting into more natural looks, I guess. Depends on my mood. And so that's the highlighter, y'all. Let me go ahead and do this lip scrub real quick. This is a Save the Lips lip scrub. Smells like watermelon. Looks like that. It's not like a really harsh scrub. It's kind of like, it feels like it's got, I don't know, like chunks of sugar a little bit, but nothing real grainy. It's gonna get all that dead skin off and that makeup that I had on my lips, and just kind of prep them for my lipstick. I usually take like a light, but I don't have any over here. So it's like getting, see, my lips were peeling. That's gross. I might have to grab a wipe. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I think I have one left. These wipes right here. They're so good because, no, I have two in here. I got me some more ordered. They're like $2 or $3 for me, but most of the time wipes like this burn my eyes, and these don't. I promise. I'm not just saying that. And I've used a lot of good stuff, and these just don't burn my eyes, and they don't taste like nothing. Very clean stuff. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's put on some Save the Lips lip balm. When I see the Save the Lips, it makes me think of like Save the Boobies, like breast cancer awareness. But it's Save the Lips, not the tits. So while that's just settling, we'll go ahead and do our mascara. I'm gonna use Zen. This is $8.99 full retail, so I get it for like less than $5 or $5.90, something like that. And the wand looks like this. So it's got a little small curve. It's got little bristles on one side and longer bristles on the other. The formula is awesome. There's no, it doesn't get clumpy whatsoever. There's no fallout, like flakiness to it. It'll separate your lashes, but it also lengthens. It's a good mascara. We sell 8 different ones. This is the most popular one. This is the one everybody buys. But, and this was my first one. And I fell in love with it. But then I'm like, okay, well, I gotta branch out and try the others. And every time I get one to try, I like it. And so now trying to decide which one is my favorite is super hard. But if I have to choose just one to be my favorite, it would be the Optimal Style. And it is conditioning, but it's I like the wand. It reminds me of Benefit Roller Lash, which used to be my favorite go-to. But I find myself grabbing Optimal Style on a regular basis because of the way it has 3-in-1. It's a length, volume, and what is it? I forgot. My mind went blank. Length, volume, long lash, and curve. It's 3-in-1. It looks like this. Optimal Style. It's got, that's from the sticker. I can't ever get that stuff off. Thank you to Kara. So, that's my lashes with pretty much one coat with the eyelash primer too. Real simple look today if you're just jumping on. I used this primer, which is Pore Filling. It's a dupe to Smashbox, but it's the price cut down like 3 times. Good enough. Let's do a little on the bottom. Mascara is always like the tedious thing. Like, it takes forever. I'm surprised I haven't lost viewers because every time I'm watching someone do mascara, like, it about puts me to sleep. So I'm trying to hurry. Alright, so that was their Zen mascara. Super good. And let's highlight the brow bone. We'll grab that highlighter palette again just so we can highlight the brow bones. I forgot to do that. This little mini little fan brush. Just gonna put a little bit right there. No, girl, that's my least favorite thing to do. Me too. I wish, and putting false lashes on too is a pain in the butt. But I love the way that your overall look at the end when you put lashes on, it just does something to amp up your whole look. I envy those girls that already have like super long lashes or get the lash extensions done. But I'm so scared to do the lash extension. Sorry, I'm looking for a particular brush. Here it is. I'm going to put a little highlighter right here in our inner corner to kind of open our eye up. Give us a little extra pop there. But what was I saying? I forgot. We just need lipstick. We need some, I feel like I need some eyeliner on the bottom lash line. So I'm gonna grab, I don't want to do brown. Well, yeah, let's do it now. Should I do brown in the waterline or black? Or blue? Let's go crazy and do blue. Let's do blue, guys. It's Express Eye Pencil in the shade 07. And it kind of looks like what color blue would that be? Royal blue? Navy blue? And we're just going to barely flip the lid over. Don't be pulling down on your under eyes, girls. You can even just take your finger and push. And you don't even have to do this. Some people are really super sensitive to eyeliners and they don't put this in their waterline. But I always have. I know, like, this eye feels like it's already trying to like water up for some reason. Yeah, that's a pretty blue. Thanks, girl. I know, right? I love using blues on my either blue eyeshadow right on the lower lash line or a blue liner in the waterline. Nothing too crazy. We're not trying to bring back the 80s. But it looks good with brown eyes, and it just gives a nice little pop instead of the same old boring black or brown. And we can always put a little eyeshadow on the lower lash line too, or we can just leave it. Now let's do lips. We need to decide, do we want matte liquid lipsticks, a gloss, or what? And what shade we want to go with. Let's just stick to like a neutral nude type color maybe. We don't want to do nothing crazy like this today, I don't feel like. And I'm actually wearing a Dan Marino Dolphins jersey and it's white. So if I would have thought about it, I would have done like a teal color in my waterline. What color? This is my option, so I'm looking at like these type of shades here. But I don't want too pink. Of course, dropped it. We don't want like an autumn color. I just used Brave the other day. I don't know, guys. So pull down on my eye until I start watching your videos. Good, I'm glad I taught you not to do that. Wild Rose. I was trying to look for that, actually. I got Goddess. I got All Natural. Where is my Wild Rose? I have Perfect. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Perfect Rose. Is this... Maybe this is Wild Rose and I've lost my... It's 103. I think I lost the sticker because I've been trying to keep my stickers on there and I bet it fell off because I'm pretty sure that is Wild Rose because there's Perfect Rose and Wild Rose. So we'll do what? We'll do this. It's 103, so let's hope. These are awesome lipsticks, y'all. Only $11.90. I used to spend $20 on a lipstick, and this stuff works so good. It stays... Oh, it is Wild Rose. I wrote it on there. Thank you, Natasha. Oh, we got a lip line. But, yeah, like, they stay on so good. I'm so impressed with the wear.
Oh, shit.
But, they don't dry my lips out. For them to be a matte, a lot of mattes will really dry your lips out, and these don't. What you need?
No, I was just saying how long you got, because it's almost 3:30.
Oh, I'm about done. Trying to figure out what lip liner to go with it. Well, Snickerdoodle. My son's been saying that. This'll work. $2.12. Why not? These are like $5.90 or something like that. And I pay $3 something for them. They're great lip liners. They go on super easy. And you do have to sharpen these. So just real quickly line it out. And then it's not the exact shade of lip liner, but you know what? I never really match mine up to be exact. As long as it's close. Because I go over it anyway. Thank you, Katie. Stay Matte Liquid Lipstick and Rouge. I haven't... Everything I've tried Rimmel, I hate it. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of good drugstore stuff, but Rimmel is like, it's so cheap. You can just tell the quality sucks. But there's other stuff like Milani. I love a lot of Milani. Okay. And I always go out on my finger. Just a dab-dab-dabaroo. Now my lips look full. The shadows I used was just two, the single shades. The Warm Taupe. It's a really pretty, just simple brown shade. Like good for transitioning or just something like that. And then with the Vanilla Diamond. Just, that's all I used. Boom. Boom. See how pretty those little bitty sparkles in there? And that's just matte. Blue liner in the waterline. We'll have to take my hair down and see. Ow. Probably gonna kill me. I don't know. I don't keep up with the time. I cut my hair too. I don't know if anybody... Some of y'all may not have seen me. I got to re-dye it already. You could see the one trying to come back through. We're going to have to dye again because it was dark. And now it's... Ugh. I'm going to have to... I wanted to curl it, but I bet I ain't going to have time. And I can't decide whether it looks better parted straight down the middle or over to the side. I'm liking the whole middle part thing, especially when it's curled. I don't have my brush over here. It might be, it's second day hair, so it isn't the, my hair does better when it's like fresh, clean, dried and out of the shower. Because my hair gets oily fast. So we'll start from the top. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to show y'all everything I used real quick. VFX Pro Camera Ready primer. I actually used the VFX Pro foundation, but I mixed shade 102 and 01. And I added a little bit of this LA Girl Pro Color pigment mixing stuff to tone down any yellowness, and it really neutralizes it. So that's what I use. And normally I could just use 01, but I kind of wanted to darken it up just a little bit today. And I've already said we use the Warm Taupe and Vanilla Diamond in the eyeshadows. And then we use Sun Kissed bronzer for bronzing. Let's see what else. Transparent powder to set our under eyes and everywhere that I placed the concealer. We used Wild Rose on the lips with shade 212, I believe, lip liner. And then, let me go ahead and set it real quick before I forget. Time Locker setting spray. Gonna lock it all in. And just kind of dry that down a little bit with my little fancy fan. We used Perfect Press Powder 02 for the whole face. Blush shade. What was it? Rose Jam in the blush shade. Like that. Rose Jam. Highlighter, use the 3-in-1 or our highlighter palette, this middle shade right here. I used it to highlight the normal places. Brow pencil, shade 02. Just like a pomade pencil eyebrow. Oh yeah, the concealer. Our liquid concealer. I actually mixed 03 and 04. The blue eyeliner is this right here. Express blue eyeliner. Used it underneath here. And eyeliner on the top is the ink liner in the black shade. It's the best ink liner you'll ever use. $16.90, but you can get it for half off if you're a beauty influencer. Is that all? I think that's all. And of course I scrubbed my lips with our Save the Lips lip scrub and Save the Lips lip balm, which is awesome. Really good for winter months, so you don't have dry, peely, cakey lips. And that's all. I don't believe I'm forgetting anything. So we're going to go to kickbacks because we're celebrating. Well, we're not really doing anything crazy. Just Braden, which is my son's best friend. We're going to go there to eat and let them watch the ball game because they're all into the football. And I'm wearing my Dan Marino Dolphin jersey today. And they all have on their 49ers jerseys. And yeah, Love Kickbacks. It's a great place to eat if you haven't tried. If you like a sports bar type restaurant, the food is really good. I love the food, and the service is awesome. If you haven't never been there, you should try it. But we go there all the time. We're kind of like a regular, so they like know us, and we like to sit outside. There's like a bar area, and it gives you the vibes of like the beach because you're getting to sit outside, and they open the doors and stuff when it's warm. So that's why the boys like it and stuff, and they get to watch their football or whatever's on sports at the moment. And the food's good though, man. Their wings is awesome. They got these like loaded tavern nachos. They're so big. Like it's a good appetizer if you have like four people with you. Has your mom ate there? Have you not ate there before, Katie? I love their food. They have so many varieties. But their pasta, like Bradley's addicted to this New Orleans pasta. It's like a Cajun style pasta, and it's got chicken, onions, shrimp, and then those little sausages in it. And it's so good. But I better go because I'm gonna get yelled at. No, you're making me hungry. I know, I'm hungry. Well, you need to go try it, Katie. I think that's all. Hope y'all enjoyed. And thanks for, I was really going to actually talk to y'all about the opportunity, and I didn't even get to that. So let me just say really super fast, especially for my replay watchers. If you have been kind of thinking about signing up for pharmacy to be a beauty influencer to do what I do, and you're just scared because you think that you're not going to be good at it, or you're not going to be able to sell, you're not a salesperson, or you don't want to go live because you're shy, stop. Like, message me. I'm not a pushy person. I'm not. And I never would have thought that I'd be able to be in a direct sales either, because I've always been like kind of quiet and timid. But I've built up a lot of courage, and I learned to just be myself, and that's all that people love, that if you're genuine and you're you, and you're gonna make mistakes, you're human, people are gonna relate to that better than someone that's fake or just over the top professional. And so I'm coming. Oh, I thought you were trying to rush me. But yeah, like, just if you have questions and you really are curious, it's literally $20. I swear it is not going to, you're not like having to fully commit to something. You're not going to get, you're not going to have to make any other payments. Like, you don't, it's just a $20 fee, and all that does is sign you up. And you'll get a starter kit in the mail, which is just a box full of samples and catalogs. And then that starts your business. You can make it a full-time business where you stay at home, and if you work hard and you post like you're supposed to post, and you really, really push and get up every day and commit to it and really try, then you could really, really go somewhere with it. But if you just want a little, even if it's an extra $50 a month, $500 a month, whatever, and you just want to kind of do a little thing on the side, and you already have a full-time job, or you're really not that great at makeup, or you just want to do it for fun or a hobby, that's awesome too. And then there's always the third option. People sign up every day just for the discount, because you don't have to sell. You have no quota to meet. You have no one pushing you have to sell so much. There's nothing, it's nothing like any other direct sales company I've ever worked for. People sign up for that discount. You get 50% off all the products. The second you buy that starter kit, you can start adding whatever you want in your basket and get these products for 50% off, like a mascara for $5 or $6, a concealer for $4.95, a great full coverage foundation for $12, and the discount will last forever as long as you're persistent with making purchases. People do it and buy stuff for their family members, or especially now is a good time to sign up because December 1st they're coming out with eyeshadow palettes. You see how I'm using I was using like these little single eyeshadows. We have little single eyeshadows. We have the little cream eyeshadow pods, and then we have little small eyeshadow palettes. They're like you get 3 shades. We have these little things, and that's really awesome and everything, and it's great for beginners. It's great for building, making your own thing. But like some girls love these big eyeshadow palettes that you would get at like Sephora Ulta, and they'll spend like $50 some on these palettes. We are coming out with 3 new palettes December 1st, and it is going to be, I feel like it's the biggest launch that they've had since I've started. And like it's going to be like a big palette. Like I'm trying to think of a palette up here to grab, but like, just a big palette like similar to this. And they're going to be $30 around the like it's going to be like that, like a palette with super highly pigmented shades from what I could tell. And there's 3 different ones, and you get it for half off if you're a beauty influencer. So like come December 1st, y'all, I'm telling you, if you really like what you see and you're curious to know, even if you just sign up to get the sample box so that you can try some of the samples, it's $20. I mean, you're going to pay tax and shipping. It comes out to be like $28 total. But that way, it's getting you, you get samples of things to try, so you can, and a lot of girls will sign up not even with any intention to sell whatsoever. They just want the discount, or they just want to try the products, and they get that starter kit, and they get those samples, and they're like, oh my God, this is some good makeup. And then, I don't know, but anyway, I better go because we got to eat. So thanks for watching. Hey Tess, hopefully you can you'll have to watch the replay because I'm not going to be live here once I hit finish. So you can, if you want to watch me, you can start over. But I got to go eat, and y'all have a good day. Thanks so much. Bye.